Hello, happy Friday. Today we're going to be doing an extension activity on this week's News to You article. The name of that article was Amy Bockerstedt's Foundation. Okay, so we're going to be learning more about that. And as we read throughout, there are going to be a lot of opportunities, questions that you can either think about or talk about if you have someone with you to talk about those things with. Okay, it's good practice answering different types of questions. Amy Bockerstedt is a golfer who helped start a foundation. Amy is a Special Olympics athlete too. Let's learn about Special Olympics. Right, so there's Amy Bockerstedt right there. Special Olympics helps people with special needs play sports. Okay, here's a picture of some Special Olympics athletes. Special Olympics is a group that teaches people about sports. The group has sports contests like the Olympics for kids and adults with special needs. Special Olympics believes everyone can play sports. The group helps people stay healthy, make friends, and try their best. All right, so our first question for you to think about or talk about. What is your favorite sport and why? So my favorite sport is basketball because I think it's fun. What is your favorite sport? Special Olympics is more than 50 years old. A woman named Eunice Kennedy Shriver started a day camp in 1962. The camp was for kids with special needs. Kids played sports and had fun. Kids loved the camp. Eunice wanted to do more. She started Special Olympics in 1968. The first Special Olympics event was in Chicago, Illinois. All right, so here's a picture of Eunice Kennedy Shriver and a Special Olympics athlete. So it started as a day camp. Maybe you've been to camp before, but our question for you to think about or talk about is, would you like to go to camp? Now Special Olympics athletes can compete in 32 different sports. Okay, so here's a Special Olympics golfer. So golf is one of those sports. Special Olympics has more than 5 million athletes and more than 1 million coaches and volunteers. Special Olympics has more than 100,000 sports contests each year. The sports contests are in 170 countries around the world. The athletes compete in sports including swimming, basketball, golf, skiing, and figure skating. Do you like to play sports and why? Okay, so that's your question to think about or talk about. Do you like to play sports? Okay, what does Special Olympics teach people about? Science, math, or sports? Touch or say your answer. Special Olympics teaches people about sports. Where was the first Special Olympics event? It's a tough one. If you remember, was it in Chicago, Illinois, Los Angeles, California, or Washington, D.C.? The first Special Olympics event was in Chicago, Illinois. What has more than 5 million athletes? The NFL, the Special Olympics, or the MLB? Touch or say your answer. The Special Olympics has more than 5 million athletes. That's a lot of athletes. Okay. Special Olympics World Games are the group's biggest events. Athletes from around the world come together to compete in the Special Olympics World Games. Special Olympics World Games are held every 2 years. They go back and forth between summer and winter events. The next World Winter Games may be in 2021. The next World Summer Games are in 2023. Okay, here's some athletes competing in the Special Olympics World Games. So there are Winter Games and Summer Games. So our next question for you to think about or talk about is, do you like winter or summer better? And why? Here in Florida, you don't really have a huge difference between winter and summer. But which do you like better? Germany will host the Special Olympics World Summer Games. Special Olympics World Summer Games will be in Berlin, Germany in June 2023. More than 7,000 Special Olympics athletes will compete. Athletes will compete in 24 summer sports, including bowling, gymnastics, and volleyball. Special Olympics athletes are helping plan the event. Here's a picture of Berlin, Germany, where the Special Olympics World Summer Games will be. And our next question for you to think about or talk about is, what do you like to do in summer? Okay, what is something that you like to do during summer? Special Olympics helps people with special needs in many ways. Special Olympics wants people of every ability to be healthy, play sports, and become leaders. They help people with special needs learn skills to be good leaders. They help people with special needs play sports and so much more. Amy Bockerstedt's I Got This Foundation helps people with special needs play sports too. Okay, here's a picture of Amy Bockerstedt and some Special Olympics athletes. And our next question for you to think about or talk about is, do you want to be a leader? A leader is in charge of others or helps to show others what to do. Do you want to be a leader? Okay, when may the next World Winter Games be? Which year? Was it 2021, 2020, for 2022? Touch or say your answer. The next World Winter Games may be in 2021. Where are the next World Summer Games? Do you remember which country they're going to be in? Was it Mexico, Australia, or Germany? Touch or say your answer. The next World Summer Games are going to be in Germany. Okay, and last question. What does Special Olympics help people become? Does it help them to become chefs, artists, or leaders? Touch or say your answer. Special Olympics helps people to become leaders. All right, good job, everyone.